Hey, how's it going? It's Cam, back with another episode of Burns' Garage. Today what I'm going to do is show you how to accomplish door handles on your hot rod for $5. So I know what you're thinking, Cam, door handles for your hot rod, $5? You're crazy. How did you accomplish that? Well, what I did was I went on Kijiji, which is one of my favorite spots to scope out parts and just miscellaneous items that might be useful for a hot rod. What I came across was a gentleman that was selling a box of door handles, parts, and etc. So I offered him $5 for the box. He took it. It was about 5-10 minutes away from my house, so I grabbed a Hortons, the dog, and went for a little drive. Picked all that up. Now I'm going to show you how I utilized it on the old 46. Okay, so something that was driving me crazy with my project was every time I pushed it around the shop or moved it, it seemed like this passenger door would just pop open all the time. So I was constantly having to put a clamp on it or do something. And then when I was trying to get in and out of it, it becomes a hassle. So what I did was I fetched up some of these door handle pieces from my box. So you can see what I've done here. Essentially, just bolted the spring action to the actual handle itself. Okay. What I have here is one of my very favorite tools in the shop is this little metal hole saw. Okay. So what I did was basically drilled my hole through the door skin or the inner door structure that I had that lined up with my striker plate. Then I was able to put the plunger part right up flush into the door, okay, and then simply attach the handle back to it, and we have doors opening and closing. So here, what I'm going to show you here is this one here is done already. See, the door is not opening. Now, there is quite a considerable gap here, but that's because I can then move the striker in. If I move the striker in, it's going to suck the door in closer. But here, there you go, see, does that. Now I reach inside, and I hit my handle, and my door opens. So I'll pull a little close up. I'll get closer to this for you, so you can kind of see how the mechanism's working. Okay, so here it is in all its glory. You can see how I drilled the hole right through the inner structure there, making sure that it matched up with that striker, height-wise. So now, when I reach in, bada bing, bada boom. We have inner door handles for the hot rod that cost us $5. My next dilemma is, guys, what do I do with these holes? Do I fill them so they're a nice shaped look? Do I put just a dummy lock in there and get some I could weld some handles, some stock looking handles on the outside? Or should I just, like I said, fill them in and get rid of them altogether? Another little thing I picked up this week for the hot rod was this here steering box and column. I know I did the video earlier about designing and building your own column. Now I was going to use a different power steering box. I was going to use this one I got from Dave. Unfortunately, it just didn't look period correct enough for me, so we picked this one up. This, I believe, was like 47 to 57 Chevy truck. It's going to mount very nicely there. I may have to raise it up a little bit. That way I can keep my drag link parallel with the ground. I'll have to establish that once I have the motor in and have my sprung weight on everything. Keep that parallel. That was something Al from Hooks Hot Rods mentioned to me. Is get that motor in, get the sprung weight in it, and make sure that that drag link is parallel, or I may encounter some bump steer, and we don't want that. One thing with that, of course, is we know those columns are all in one piece when it comes to those steering boxes. So I did have to slice a little bit out of the firewall there, but that's hot rodding. And I am going to have to, of course, shorten the overall length of the column as well. But it's looking pretty cool. Got a little seat cover that my neighbor got me throwing on in there. It's getting kind of cool looking in there, starting to really take shape, look like a hot rod. Okay, so that's pretty much it for me in the 46 this week. I'm going to get back to you next week with some more updates. We're going to get us a Pitman arm for the steering. Maybe get a motor to put in it. I don't know. There's lots of things that I need to do on this. This is still an absolute huge project. Was feeling a little overwhelmed for a week or two with it, but kind of saw the springtime starting to spring and the sun's out, and it's kind of making me anxious to work on it again, so that's good. Last but not least, want to give a shout out to my boy, the number one. I hope he's feeling good, or feeling better, pardon me, I should say. He's not feeling so great this week. I hope this shout out makes you smile, makes you laugh, and hope you're back out in the garage turning wrenches ASAP. Take care, brother. Peace out.